I am what I am and that's all that I am. I am what I am, I'm still a hooligan. I'm waking up at like 11 in the morning, playing by the rules, yo, it's just so boring. I'm eating Captain Crunch for lunch, do I got issues? Yeah, man, I got a bunch. And I am what I am. I am what I am and that's all that I am. I am what I am, I'm a hooligan. Like late night fist fights, half pipes and dirt bikes. Yo, I love them all, so they label me an outlaw. But I still keep it raw. You don't have to respect me, you can love me or hate me, but I ain't gonna change and you ain't gonna make me. I'm an outlaw, I'm above the law. I don't love the law, so I'm an outlaw.
Hey, what's happening? And thanks for joining us for this week's Alternative Sports Extra. Today the ASX crew is loaded up and we're heading deep into Mexico, where we're gonna compete in the 40th anniversary of the Tecate Score Baja 1000. This year, my Alba No Fear team consists of 5 riders: Dan Walsh, Steve Martz, Johnny Jensen, Eric Luck, and myself. And we're gonna take you with us and show you how hardcore it is to race the longest, most grueling race in the Western Hemisphere.
After crossing the Mexican border, it was time for us to eat some carne asada tacos and split the team up into 5 separate groups all the way down the peninsula. Steve Martz will start the race and take the bike to race mile marker 202. Johnny Jensen will then jump on and pin it to race mile marker 490, where then he passes the bike off to Eric Luck. Luck will then travel 310 miles to race mile marker 800. That's where I'll get on. I'll ride coast to coast through the silt and then back again to mile marker 1040, where I'll hand the bike off to Dan Walsh. His job will be to hold it wide open all the way to the finish line in Cabo San Lucas. After a 2-day drive to San Juanico, Sly and I couldn't wait to start pre-running.
This is actually part of the course I'll be riding in the middle of the night. It's all tropical, mangoes, kids everywhere. Just a good time.
I don't care where you are down here, all the kids know one word in English. Stickers! After 6 days of pre-running, we made our last trip down the dirt road to San Juanico.
Well, here we are back at Scorpion Bay, race day. It's about 9 o'clock. Steve's been on the bike for about 3 hours. The race started in Ensenada 6 this morning. The course is about a mile from here. We're gonna go over by Team Honda and set up our pits, get everything ready, get the tires all ready for the bike to come in for our tire change. That's pretty much all we got to do. We were just talking about how today's the first day we got to relax. No riding, no anything. And just pretty much just hang out and wait for the bike to come in. To me, racing down here in Baja is just the best experience of my life. I love coming down here, being in a third world country. You know, you don't know where you're gonna eat next. You don't know where you're gonna get fuel, or if they even have fuel in that village. You know, it's about being prepared coming down here to Baja. You got to be prepared for anything because you don't know what you're gonna come across next. And pre-running is the best part of racing Baja. The race is awesome. Coming down here, just riding for a week and a half with your buddy, and being able to go through these small villages and look at these missions that are actually on the race course. It's just almost surreal. You go from this ugly desert terrain up into these beautiful green hills. It looks almost like Hawaii. There's Mulahey, and then we went through this beautiful little town of Javier where they have a mission. You see all types of terrain out here. It's always changing. And the wildlife too, you wouldn't believe the stuff you see on course. And that's what's going to be dangerous racing. We saw mules, we saw cows, we saw horses, goats. You never know what you're going to see around the next corner. And that's, I think, the mystique of Baja. Is you don't know what you're going to get down here. It's always different, always changing, and always insane.
Scorpion Bay. Blew up the motorcycle there a few days ago. Very hospitable people. Stopped off. I hitchhiked back to Loreto. They made sure I made it all the way back. It's been an adventure. I mean, it's exciting. I mean, I'm not even racing and I got an adrenaline rush just to see this happen, so
But it's what's awesome is you've ridden in some of the coolest places, Alaska, Canada. And what's this train compared to like the train there?
Well, this is more unique because you're getting everything in one ride. You know, you're getting mountains, you got rocks, you got sand, you got water. So you're getting the full adventure in one ride.
How about the silt? Your first experience with silt? What's the silt like?
Just shut up and hang on.
And silt, for people that don't know, it's actually like talcum powder that was actually knee deep, and it's like going through mud. You got to downshift, and it's coming up over your fenders, and you just got to pin it to win it.
Pin it to win it is right. You stay out of the way of the guy in front of you because you're not going to be able to see.
That's it, man. Well, you know what? We got to go set up our pits.
Let's do it.
Setting up the pits, Steve Martz was on a charge and doing what he does best. Meanwhile, back at our next rider change, Team Honda's Robbie Bell was still out in front, holding off Team KTM's David Pearson on the 9X bike. After the first two bikes came through, Jensen was on post and waiting for Steve. Steve showed up after an amazing run where he passed 12 riders and brought the bike back to Jensen in 5th place.
Yeah, a couple close calls, but I think that's for Baja, you know.
After riding 200 miles in a pretty hard crash, Johnny hit one last pit stop for some fuel, a jacket, and they threw on the headlights before the night section. Even after going from a wheelie to a 5-point slider into the pits, I think Johnny still thought he was being pulled over by the policia. The crew never missed a beat. They were all over the bike. They replaced the tires, did an air filter change, and replaced the handguard that was broken off earlier. Eric was all geared up, plugged in, and ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, we're sitting here in San Juanico, waiting for the motorcycle to come in. It's probably about 2 hours away. We just got a report. Everything seems to be fine. Not having any problems. When they come in here, we're going to do maybe a 2-tire change. We'll check the front tire. If it's real good, we're going to leave it on. We're going to change the air cleaner because Rat has to go down and go through about 15-20 miles of the worst silt in the whole wide world, so we want to have a good air cleaner on there. We should probably be in here for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, however long it takes us, but we got really good help here. My buddy Jason here is helping us out, and when he leaves here, going down to Constitution and to the road crossing down there, which is about 300 miles down there, and we'll wait for Rat there, and when he comes through there, we're going to pick him up, and then we're going to try to beat it on down and see if we can catch the bike coming in at Cabo San Lucas, and then it'll be time for the big celebration.
1X Team Honda just rolled by, like always, but we're not far behind, so we'll see what we can do, man. Race to the finish line, we still got about 600 miles or something like that, so it's a long race. This is like the Super Bowl down here for these guys. It's pretty sick. Come on, who's not having fun out here? It's like, what is it, like almost 11 o'clock? Everybody's got a cerveza, but me, Tocavo.
Don't forget me. Big group.
It's insane or just chaotic.
On that road crossing.
Right where we picked you up.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's the closest one to Constitution.
Yeah.
They said it's pretty insane. Millions of people on the road. Aim for the people and they will move. And they've been partying all night. It'll be like 4 in the morning when I get there.
The ones that are Jew partying.
Yeah. This is some pretty high-tech action right here. We got helmet lights, helmet cams, radios. I got a toaster and a microwave in the back just in case I break down.
Riding flat out for over 7 hours with only one minor crash, luck brought me the bike in perfect condition and sitting in 7th place.
Eric, how is everything?
Everything's good, man.
How you doing, man? My turn!
Now you know.
Changing a couple tires, got changed out the front and back tire, air filter change, adjust the levers, everything seems to be good, the lights are working good. Just a minute here, I'm going to get on and pin it into the desert. Just a minute here, I'm going to get on and pin it into the desert.
Guys, you ready?
That's what I'm doing.
The crew still had to drive 4 hours to the next rider change, and the first 20 miles of it were all on course. Tell me that's not scary. After meeting up with Dan's crew, it was back to waiting for the bike. Team Honda and KTM were still way out front, but after passing 5 riders, I brought the bike back to Dan sitting in 3rd place.
Dude, the thing's running
but I had to take my goggles off the last 50 miles. Came down onto the beach and I just couldn't see wiping, mud spots. Dude, yeah, I passed like 5 guys. Now that's fun, man.
Oh. All because of this, they want me to do some time just for speaking my mind.
Whatever you saw before, if it was silt, it's twice as deep. Oh, I know. No pressure or anything, but we're sitting top 5. My job is done! Unbelievable 300 miles, silt, mud, dirt, goats, chickens, horses. Oh man, I just can't even explain how awesome it is. We should meet him about noon, 12:30.
Cabo San Lucas.
Cabo San Lucas. What time is it?
Right now, 7:30.
7:30 in the morning. And I'm drinking a beer. I guess there's no time limit in the Baja 1000.
As we packed up for a half-a-day drive to Cabo, Dan was on the gas and headed towards the finish line.
As I was going, people would just part. Thousands of people, as you're gonna see in a minute. You come through and you just never let off, just pretend they're not there and they will move. I hit this booby trap. I was going like wide open, 90 miles an hour. It's like 3.5 feet tall. They just built it and there was no one even standing there. So you don't even think about it. So I just hit that thing. Never missed a beat. Yeah. When in doubt, gas it. I kept thinking that, all the booby traps. I must have hit 50 booby traps.
After having some problems with the clogged air filter and a huge crash in the sand wash, Dan brought the bike across the line to a 4th place finish. Still unaware of how we ended up, our crew rolled into Cabo in search of the finish line.
Standing here at the finish line of the 40th anniversary Baja 1000 down here at the finish at Cabo San Lucas. And just wanted to do a shout out to our sponsors, Alba Action Sports was our main Kawasaki KLX provider. We made the whole 1,300 miles in approximately 30 hours and finished, I believe, 4th place, which should bring us up to 3rd place in the points championship. He's going to mention all our sponsors from Slime, Bel-Ray, at Chirby's. No Fear was our riding apparel sponsor. We just really hooked it up. This race came out awesome. Got the good Lord to thank for that. No injuries. Took a little tumbler right before the finish line and got a nice little concussion. But other than that, I'm ready to do this up.
While we were still making our way over to the finish line, the big boys started to roll in and the bottles were popping.
You know, here I am at the finish line of the Tecate Score Baja 1000 40th edition in Cabo San Lucas. It's a beautiful day. We've had motorcycle finishers. In fact, Steve Henchville and Johnny Camel won the race overall on the motorcycle division, and Mark Post in a Score trophy truck won the 4-wheel division overall. We've had quad runners finish, class 1s. This is the 3rd class 1 across the line. Randy Wilson and his team. It's just an incredible event. We started yesterday in Ensenada. We had a record number of starters, close to 450 from 17 countries, 43 states, Canada and Mexico. The whole peninsula is completely crowded. It's been a great race and I'm looking forward to the 50th anniversary.
The finishers just kept coming across the line, from the bikes and quads to the cars and the trucks.
Hey, Troy Herbst, Team Chobo Herbst. I'm down at Cabo San Lucas Baja 1000 today. 1st in class, 3rd overall. Great run. Pretty happy with everybody. Tell we're gonna have some good time tonight. Thank all of our guys. They're all working real hard. There's some guys way up in Tijuana, straight along the Baja Peninsula. Looking forward tonight. So, if you guys see this, we're looking for you. We'll come pick you up.
While most of the drivers finished during the day, there were others that finished at night and some well into the next morning. The next morning, while races were still coming across the finish line, our crew was busy enjoying a well-deserved day of rest at the Mango Deck. After hanging out for a few hours, things started to get a little out of hand. Like Sly getting this crazy tattoo. To the Mango Deck employees challenging me to a chug competition.
Están bien aquí los cabos y todos. Correr está bien. Salud.
The next day, it was time to set off on our 1,000-mile, 3-day journey home. And if the roads weren't bad enough, there were also a total of 6 military checkpoints along the way. After he saw we were already broken into, I thought they were going to go easy on us. Instead, they wanted me to turn off the camera. But I guess I accidentally hit the wrong button.
No, bueno. ¿Dónde las compran? Listo, gracias. Muy buenos. Muy buenas. ¿No por mí?
Oh, no hay más. Sorry, compa. Gracias. Hasta luego.
A little Spanish goes a long way down here. This time, it helped us keep our shirts, our hats, and my sweet new Achurbis jacket they wanted. After we made it through most of the checkpoints and a full day's drive, we finally arrived at San Quintin. That's where the turnoff was to our favorite campsite, El Pabellon. We were able to enjoy one last night sleeping under the stars. After an epic 16 days of traveling the whole peninsula of Baja, it was finally time to say adios, give the last of our sticker supply away, and hit the long lines of the U.S. border.
I'm an outlaw, I'm above the law, I don't love the law.
Well, we made it back. The safety zone, the alternative sports lounge, never felt so good. But I'll tell you, this last 2 weeks were totally insane. We endured 2,500 miles of the craziest, deadliest highway driving. I rode my dirt bike over 1,000 miles through some of the gnarliest terrain Baja has to offer. We got our trucks broken into, robbed at knife point in Cabo, but somehow, in all that chaos, we managed to capture a 4th place overall Class 22 Open Pro motorcycle and 3rd in points for the season. Not bad for a bunch of privateers going up against the industry's best. Until next time, I'm Rat Sult, and thanks for watching.
'Cause I'm an outlaw, la 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 la. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. I am what I am, I'm still a hooligan. I'm waking up at like 11 in the morning, playing by the rules, yo, it's just so boring. I'm eating Captain Crunch for lunch, do I got issues? Yeah, man, I got a bunch. And I am what I am. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. I am what I am, I'm a hooligan. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. I am what I am, I'm a hooligan. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. I am what I am.